Alright, in this video today we are going to be correcting sentence 1, 2, and 3 under set 7. Let's take a look at sentence 1. It says, "The Peoria tribe in Venezuela has an interesting custom. On special occasions, they roast spiders the size of dinner plates." In this sentence we have a run-on sentence. We also have some capitalization errors to address, and we have one spelling error. So first, let's look at our run-on sentence. So a run-on sentence is when we have two sentences being smashed together into one without the correct punctuation. So in order to identify a run-on sentence, the best thing that we can do is locate the end of the first sentence and the beginning of the second. We can typically tell where one sentence ends and another begins when we hear a natural pause. So I'm going to read the first sentence again, and I want you to listen for a natural pause or a break. It says, "The Peoria tribe in Venezuela has an interesting custom. On special occasions, they roast spiders the size of dinner plates." You probably heard a pause right after custom and before the word on. That's because custom marks the end of our first sentence and on marks the beginning of our second. So I can fix this run-on sentence by adding the correct punctuation. You can do this in several ways. For instance, you could use a semicolon or you could use a period. I prefer to use a period, so I'm going to add a period after custom, and I'm going to capitalize the O in on. That would fix my run-on sentence. Next, I need to address some capitalization errors. So I'm going to locate my two proper nouns in this sentence, and they are Peoria and Venezuela. And that would fix my capitalization errors. And lastly, I have one spelling error. And the spelling error is the word occasions. It actually has an extra S, so I'm simply going to cross out one of them. And now we've corrected our first sentence. Let's take a look at the second. It says, "John Muir decided to become a naturalist at the age of 30, and he hiked from the Midwest to the Gulf of Mexico to acquaint himself with the land, and his writings inspired the development of national parks in the U.S." This is a rambling sentence. By the end of it, I felt like I was out of breath. So we have a rambling sentence to address. We're also going to capitalize our proper nouns. We're going to fix an abbreviation error, and we're going to add a comma. So first, let's address this rambling sentence. So you probably noticed as I read it that I continued to say the word and. Okay, I decided, or whoever decided to write this sentence, connected multiple sentences using and. So by the time I was finished reading it, I felt like I was out of breath. So I can break up these sentences by simply getting rid of some of the ands and then capitalizing the next letter of the beginning of the second word. So I'm going to do that simply by taking out my first and. I'm going to put a period after 30, and I'm going to capitalize the H in he. That would be a great way for us to break up this rambling sentence. Next, some of my capitalization errors are my proper nouns. So I know that I need to capitalize the Midwest and Gulf and Mexico. The next error that I need to address is my abbreviation. Now, we didn't abbreviate US incorrectly. However, in our writing, we want to be as formal as possible. So I'm going to replace my abbreviation and spell out United States. And lastly, I have a comma to add. So like we've already talked about, this sentence has multiple ands. Now when we're using a fanboy such as and to connect two complete sentences, we need to use a comma before the word and. And now my sentence has been corrected. Lastly, let's take a look at sentence 3. It says, "In 1875, Matthew Webb of Great Britain became the first person to swim across the English Channel, which lies between England and France, and he arrived in France 21 hours and 45 minutes after he left England." Again, you probably recognize this sentence as a rambling sentence. Again, rambling sentence simply means that we have multiple complete sentences smashed into one, and we're connecting them using our fanboys. So again, to fix our rambling sentence, we can simply get rid of one of our fanboys, add a period, and capitalize the next letter. We also have to add a comma to show that we have a non-restrictive phrase or clause. Now remember, we've talked about non-restrictive phrases in the past, and we know that non-restrictive phrases simply add extra information to the sentence. So we need to show that we have a non-restrictive phrase by including a comma. The comma kind of like frames the phrase within that sentence. And so the extra information, or my non-restrictive phrase, starts with this word which lies between England and France. So I'm going to show that that is just an extra phrase by using a comma. And lastly, I have a lot of capitalization errors to fix in this sentence as well. So I need to capitalize all of my proper nouns. So I'm going to capitalize Great, Britain, English, Channel, England, France, and England. And now my sentence 3 has been corrected. If you have any questions about how or why we've corrected this sentence the way we have, please feel free to reach out and I'll be sure to answer your questions as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everyone.